Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be drafting a crop button shirt with a notch collar. I actually got this inspiration from Remy. So without further ado, let's go right into the video. The first thing I'm going to do here is to take out my tape to rule out all my lines, just so I can impute my measurement. This line up here is our starting point. So I marked my bust line, which is 10, and then the full length of the shirt. I'm using 18 for this shirt. It's a crop shirt, so I'm using 18. If you want, in case you want to make a long shirt, it's the same thing. The only thing you need to do is to add more inches to the length of the shirt. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to go in by 3 inches and then come down by 1.5 inch to get my neck. So this is my neck. And then the next thing I'm going to do now is to divide my shoulder by 2 and mark it on the starting point. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. I'll mark it right here on the start line and then add 1 inch for ease. Remember, it's a crop shirt, so I don't want it too tight on my body. So the 1 inch is for ease. And then on that point, I came down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope or slant, whichever way. So this is for my shoulder slant. Then to get my chest line, I'm going to divide my bust by 6 and then add 1.5 inch. So my bust is 34 divided by 6 and I added 1.5 inch. So this line is my new chest line. So to get your chest line, divide your bust by 6 and then you add 1.5 inch. And then you connect this way. So this is my new chest line. So my chest line, I'm going to divide my bust by 4. My bust is 34 divided by 4 is 8.5. I'll mark it right here and then add 1 inch like I did on the starting point for ease. I'll add 1 inch for ease out as well here. Then I'll go ahead to make a sweet curve to meet the point. So this is my armhole. Then I'll measure whatever I have on my chest line. I'm bringing down to the length. I forgot to mention earlier, this is the back pattern of our shirt. It's not the front. We are going to make few changes on the front pattern because of our button flap and all that. So we are drafting the back pattern first. This is the back pattern of our shirt. So this is basically the back pattern of our shirt. I'm just going to go ahead to cut it out. So this is the back pattern. On the front pattern, I'm going to come down by 6 inches, and then for the width also I'm going to go in by 6 inches this way. So this new line now is our starting point. I hope you get what I'm saying. I came down by 6 inches and for the width is also by 6 inches. So this line up here is our starting point, the way we did on the front back pattern. So we left this other space here for another thing we will understand when we get there. So like we did on the back pattern, I'll mark my bust line and the full length of the shirts and then rule the lines out. This is for my bust line. and then the full length. So what like what we did on the back pattern, whatever everything we did on the first pattern, we are going to repeat it here. I'll go in by 3 inches, and then this time I'm coming down by 2.5 inches, not 1.5 like we did on the front back pattern, to get my neck. So I went in by 3 inches on the starting point, and then I came down by 2.5. So this is my neck. And then I'll divide my shoulder by 2 like I did on the back pattern, which is 7.5. Mark it right here, and then add 1 inch for ease, and then on that point come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slant. And then to get my chest line, divide my bust by 6 and then add 1.5 inch to it. Everything we did on the front pattern, back pattern, we are repeating it on the back pattern. And then connect it this way. Then divide my bust by 4 and mark it on the chest line, which is 8.5, and then add 1 inch for ease, and then make a sweet curve to meet that point. You can as well use your French curve. Then measure whatever I have on my chest line, and then mark it on the length. Remember, the front pattern usually have buttons, so we are going to measure our, so this space that I left here is for my buttons, so I'm just going to measure 2 inches on all the measurements this way, and then connect the points together. So this is for my buttons. I measure 2 points on all the measurements, on all the lines here. So this is for my buttons. And then the neck, my back neck, I'm going to measure it, whatever I have there. You measure around your neck, your back neck, and then whatever you have, you take it up. You take it up and mark it here. So I have 4.9, so this is the 4.9, and then I'll make a slant to meet this line here. Make a slant line. As you can see, this line is not standing well, so I went out by 1/4 of an inch to make it stand well, to have that slant line. So it's standing well now. So from that point, I'll cancel this one out. So from this point here, I'm going to go by 3.5 inches. You can go by 4 works too. As you can see, this one is not standing well too, so I'll come down here and go out by 1/2 inch and then connect, move the line to meet it here. And then connect it to meet this point here. So this is for our collar. This is our collar right here. I hope you get everything. This is for our button. This is our collar. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. I'll cut the collar out first. So this is our collar. So I'm cutting out the front pattern. So this is basically the front pattern of our shirt. Very simple. The only thing we did is that we added 2 inches for our buttons flap, and then we made our collar too. So this is basically very simple. I hope you learned one or two from this video. If you enjoyed this video and you really learned anything from this video, please do well to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up. See you in my next video.